Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. From the gun, a give to Brown. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chris Wormley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. 2nd such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he's worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Flowers going to go in motion right. Now Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Burrow. And this will be caught by Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's a give to Brown. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one complete to Yoshivas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson
looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now. To throw is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still first down. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
In motion, the tight end. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Jackson from the shotgun.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive 7 plays in length. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Sheds off the tackle and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that
he would have kept it on the ground.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Off the option, here's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Jackson now.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They go play action with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Johnson, the man in motion right. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Open man is Yoshivas.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. This is Brown going up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Ravens taking the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Here's Jordan Stout now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Burrow will throw. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Brown. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Trenton Irwin, 35 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
That one into the hands of Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Again, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So many times as you're trying to find a receiver open, there's so much traffic, it's hard to pick one out. So you look to those tall targets, and he tried to hit his tight end there in the back of the end zone, unable to get it done.
He caught it, but the big man couldn't stay in bounds. Jackson will throw again. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Tucker now to add the point after.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Second down and 4.
Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. That's going deep for Bateman.
Oh, and that is incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes, you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Throw caught by Flowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. Jackson now. That's complete, left side to Bateman. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Henry up the middle, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 46, here's second down and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustments. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets this one to Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and with that they take the lead here 20-17. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Open man, that's Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Jackson finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Jackson going to keep it running right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Burrow on play action.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now it's Burrow.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. This one complete to Yoshivas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw caught by Andrews. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. The 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. In motion right here comes Johnson. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Burrow. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field. Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains, Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Brown is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is down to 2. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Play action. Now Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Jackson. On target to his man, Likely. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They go play action with Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Jackson now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Inside handoff, Henry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 77 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a two-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
To throw, Burrow.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. Gesicki hauling in the quick throw.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Here's Burrow.
Escaping the pressure. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 2. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.